Nope, Villa are 1-0 up over Brighton. Oh, you're live.
Alive.
What shall I go on this week? Shall I go Twitch or YouTube? Well, my Twitch one hasn't come through, so I might go YouTube.
Working at the remain. From now on, I'm left behind. Sorry, girl. Oh, I do not understand how this works.
Some messages. I just want all of it. I love how the stream says there's no one in there on the YouTube one. Oh, there we are. Now there's someone in there.
Ease.
Is my voice working? Shall I check it?
Oh yeah, better check that.
House.
Oh. They're gonna get a kick in. We have to move.
Yeah, my voice is on. There's a weird person that's in second.
A weird person that's in second.
Yeah, he's just put second in.
Bear with me.
Voice is fine. It's flawless.
Oh mate, what's going on here? Annoying me. Oh, shush. There we go, finally. Got there. Make that
Yeah, Brighton have changed their whole team.
Voice is fine, happy days.
I do love when you look at the lineups and you see number 72's playing.
Who's that for? Brighton.
Brighton. Some guy called Jenks. Teddy Jenks.
Oh. Okie dokie. We are almost there, Jakey. We are almost there. Working at the flesh that remains. Right, just so you know, guys, we have got Man United versus Rochdale live. In this good one, we've got a live football game to report on as well, Jakey. Right?
I suppose so.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Even if it is the mighty important League Cup.
Mighty important League Cup. Swipe to the left. I can get at these scenes. There we go. Pop that back up. Okay. And we are looking good. Alright. Oh, Man United should have scored there. Paul Pogba. Live we are. Yeah. Yeah, we are.
Actually says live, are we?
Mm-hmm. And as we all know, Jakey, I am fantastic at reading things.
Yeah.
Absolutely dog shit. So, we are up to week 8, Jakey. This is going... Wait, I can't get over this little girl that's playing for Rochdale.
Leave him alone. He's
Sorry.
a child.
Actually got curly long hair. Mate, I think I've got more hair on my big toe than I have that whole fella. Minus his long hair.
So you're just having a go from a long hair.
Oh, mate. Rochdale even are in here.
Oh.
Oh, no, they're not. They're not. Who is that? I don't see his number. Problem is, I don't know. Man United number 16, is that Matic?
16? Oh, that's Rojo.
That's Rojo, is it? See, I
That
don't
might
know.
explain why someone just walked by him.
I don't
What
know
did
Man
he
United
actually make a
numbers.
tackle? To be honest, I didn't know. It's only because I got the line up here with the numbers on.
Well, that's going to help. To be fair.
I wouldn't know. Well, yeah, I know Jones was 4 and
17.
Pogba's 17's Fred.
Oh yeah.
You expect to see him misplace about 20 passes.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just I can't see their actual names, mate. I can just obviously see their numbers because obviously the camera view is quite far away, and obviously I'm not au fait with Manchester United's numbers. No, I am not. Right, so week 8. We've gone for the title this week, Jakey, as Man United's Woes. Now, this isn't a Chewy thing, alright? So don't think Chewy is being biased with like, oh look, Man United's doing bad. Chewy's an Arsenal fan. Arsenal above Man United. Let's do Man United's Woes. It was actually Jakey that fancied talking about Man United tonight.
In fairness, I just said something about Man United, and then Chewy come up with a title just then.
It's lies. Jakey agreed the title. He's got to be offside. If he's not, United should score. Oh wow, well defended. Yeah. So Man United Woes. I admittedly did come up with a few pointers. I mean, look. Okay, Jakey wanted to talk about Man United. I don't know why yet. I've put a title there because Jakey is. Oh wow, Pogba. He literally just put it out of the stand. Why has he got red in his hair? He looks ridiculous. He looks ridiculous. Where are you watching it? ESPN or something? Monkey, you don't need to know where I'm watching it. All you need to know is I'm going to walk you through it, alright? Pogba just put it into row Z. In fact, I think he might have hit a space rocket. He was quite far out, though. Terrible goalkeeping from the Rochdale keeper. Yeah, so obviously the stats and stuff I put in, not going to lie. They were me. I say stats, like, I'm not sure where Jakey wants to go with this talking about Manchester United, so I obviously just put something in on a slide. He could go off on a complete and utter tangent to what I've actually put. So let's wait and see. So without...
Hang on.
Oh.
Right. There we are. I put it open on my YouTube and I could just hear it playing back to me. It's put me off.
Alright, sorry mate. Hello, Chewy and Jake. How's it going, Zoobs? Welcome to the stream. Oh. Man United equal... Ooh. Harsh words there from Zoobs. Come on, man. Spill it. Oh, Monkey, are you asking for something off of Chewy again? That's funny. Right. Without further ado, let's get on to... Obviously, yes, I did pick the title. I don't know where Jakey's going to go with this, so...
Yeah, I don't even know where I'm going to go.
He doesn't know where he's going to go with this. I'm sure we can... I'm sure we can wing it. There's obviously a reason why Jakey wanted to put or talk about Man United this week.
I just imagined it would be something that's
worth talking about. So,
yeah.
Obviously, these are the pings that I picked up, mate. I don't obviously know exactly what it was that you wanted to talk about. So, obviously, you've got 8 points out of possible 18. Now, that doesn't sound that bad, apart from the fact, in my opinion, some of the teams you've played probably should be a lot more than 8 points, really.
Yeah.
So, they've only got 2 wins out of those 8 against Chelsea and Leicester, which are probably
the 2 wins
the 2
Man
biggest...
United have, the 2 wins Man United have got are probably the 2 hardest games they've had.
I totally agree. And even Monkey has said the same. I go harsh. Even Monkey has said the same thing, that the 2 wins that Man United have got are against the 2 better teams out of those 8 that you've played. So obviously, then we go on to... I'll tell you what, this little girl's pretty good, actually. Oh! Nearly a Rochdale goal there, I think. It's nowhere near, but I got excited because Rochdale were in Man United's half.
The little girl that Chewy's on about is called Luke Matheson.
Luke Matheson, yeah?
Luke Matheson, yeah.
Okay, we're going to go with Matheson. Okay, cool. So, yeah. 2 wins. Next 4 games. So, you've only got 8 points out of the last 18. So, there's what? 3, 6, 9. There's another 3, 6, 9, 12. There's another 12 potential points there. And you've got another 2. What would you say, Arsenal are a big team? I mean, are Man United a big team? Because if Man United are a big team, then we might as well go with Arsenal being a big team. Because I don't know anymore. Who are the big teams?
But it depends on what you get, how you use to describe big teams. If you go by teams that were performing well, it's only 2.
Yeah, fair one. City and Liverpool. So we'll go with it then, mate. We'll say next 4 games you've got 2 potential big teams. Arsenal on Monday, Liverpool in a couple of weeks' time. And then you've got Newcastle and Norwich. Now, out of all four of those, you'd probably say that Newcastle are probably in the worst form out of all three of those. So, look at those next four games. If you only pick up 3 points out of those next four games, right, that's a potential of 30 points, and you're looking at having 11 points out of the 30 if you only pick up 3 points. Now, that is surely worrying times being a Man United fan, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's not guaranteed to happen, but there is potential there. The way Man United are performing, right?
I think over the next 4 games.
M's watching EastEnders.
I think over the next.
Don't you, babe? Oh, my sweets are out there. Babe. Oh,
yeah, over the next 4 games, Man United has sort of really got to be looking to get 9 points, I reckon.
Yeah,
worst case is 6. Worst case is 6. You've got to really beat Newcastle and Norwich. I know Norwich beat Man City, but you still got to you should really be winning that one.
I would send you sweets, Bo, but Em's about to lose her shit. Oh, she's going upstairs. Shit is going to hit the fan with the girls.
Villa's 2-0 up.
Villa are 2-0 up. Jakey, I think we could do this talk-along thing really easily, you know.
Wolves are 1-0 up.
Wolves are 1-0 up.
It's Reading.
I don't know why I'm repeating you every time. I can't see what you can see. So,
I just got all the scores up, all the lies.
Don't lose your shit. It's already happened, Zoobs. She's gone for it. She's up there. She is tanning asses. Here she comes. I am quiet. I am. Beat me. I'll leave an ear out. I'm being told. She did lose her shit with me.
That's nothing, huh?
Oh, that's nothing apparently. Is that fighting words, babe? Can we sort this fighting out later on? Yeah. I will beat you in a fun war.
Well, that was definitely something you needed to add on the extra.
Chewy don't get slapped. Okay, now you can send me sweets. All mine. Yeah, so you're saying that 6 points is what you need from the next 4 games. So
6 points is the minimum.
Who are you getting them off?
Over
the Newcastle or Norwich?
The next 4 games, 6 points is a minimum, I think.
Mm.
They should be really aiming for possibly say 8. Draw off Arsenal and Liverpool, wins against Newcastle and Norwich, 8.
That's best case scenario, isn't it?
I think best case should be. I reckon we should be aiming for obviously aiming for all 4 wins, but at least 3. But you know, it's what it is. I think. So where I was going, it wasn't more on the stats; it was more on some of the players. I think they need to have a massive shake-up.
In that case, mate, I've kind of got there who can get United back to winning ways. So I've kind of brushed over it with that. Now, when I say who can get United back to winning ways, I mean I'm presuming that they're going to keep hold of Solskjaer no matter what happens. Is my thought process.
So I think if Man United do sack Solskjaer, they would actually be going backwards.
Yeah. So, which I thought was really funny. Did you see Phil Jones in the stand with Ed Woodward? Did you see that clip?
Yeah, it's great.
We're live on camera. Shut up. Brilliant. Yeah. So that there, mate, is my question to you and all the rest of the Man United fans. Good to see that the audio is correct today. Thanks very much, Big Scare. So my question to you and you Man United fans, right, is like Jakey just said there, Man United need a shake-up, and I would hasten to agree with him, perfectly honest. I don't watch Man United week in, week out, so I'm not going to go all out and start attacking certain players because I'd be wrong to do so, because I don't know who's performing and who's not performing. So I put it to you guys, Man United fans, who would you like to see go or replace, and who would you replace or whatever with who in January? If you could have anybody within reason, obviously, like, you know, Eden Hazard's out of the question, yeah, because that's not going to happen. But
Wouldn't
like,
have him anyway.
if you could have anybody, so we'll probably have to leave out these words you speak fuck all apart from that. Sorry, but so if you could have anybody, obviously leave out Champions League sides because you probably won't get a Champions League player purely because they're in the No, you're in Europa League. You're in the Minnie Mouse fucking Thursday Cup, alright, with Arsenal. Alright, let's not forget that.
So you're saying it, but what happens? Someone like, I don't know who, I must admit, I don't really know what teams are in there, but someone like Porto or something, you're going for a player from there.
You're not going to pick Porto players, though, are you?
You might do.
I thought you just said Man United need a shake-up. What the fuck are you going to go backwards?
Porto got some good players. I must admit, that was just a team that come to mind. I think,
alright. Let's be realistic then, alright? So, not necessarily... God damn you, Jakey. So, realistically, who do you think you need in January that is likely to sign for Man United? Who would you say?
I haven't thought of specific players. I was more thinking what players need to just, not play.
Okay, go for it, JP. Hit me with it, bud. I'm interested.
This mainly based on the West Ham game.
I give Man United enough grief. I think it's about time Man United get it this week.
Based a lot on the West Ham game.
Okay.
Ashley Young's playing left back, or he can play right back.
Is Shaw injured again?
Shaw's injured at the moment, yeah.
Right, okay.
But Ashley Young offers absolutely nothing in defence. Absolutely nothing. He can't defend at all. Yeah.
I think you're right, mate. I think he's getting on, isn't he?
Well, he's great, but he puts some fantastic balls in.
He does.
But the rest of the game, he was just like, well, what's the point in being there? Man United's two best players for that game, for me, was McTominay and Wan-Bissaka.
It's 4-on-2 here tonight, Man United. 4-on-2. Chong. Surely got a score. Oh my god, how has he missed? 4-on-2. Wow. Okay, so yeah, then no goal for Man United there.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
So McTominay and who? Sorry, mate.
McTominay and Wan-Bissaka were Man United's best two players against West Ham, easily. Young, what can you say? He's been great for Man United.
Watching now, then going to clock everything as normal. Please. See you later, Big Skit. Have a good one, dude.
Yeah, Young, he's been great for Man United, but he's not a defender. He lacks the ability to defend. And he's way too slow going forwards, which I think is why he got brought back. It's one of those cases where United is sort of, we can't really get rid of him. We can't really not play him, so we just sort of make up a position. We say, oh, look, you can play left back now. You can't.
It's kind of what you did with Sanchez as well, wasn't it? Because under Mourinho, Sanchez was also almost playing as like a left wing back, wasn't he?
I think he played the left wing back because Jose Mourinho didn't understand that Luke Shaw was our best left back, and he decided to just attack Luke Shaw any moment he could.
Right. Okay. Well, that makes perfect sense.
There was a game I think Luke Shaw was playing, and Jose Mourinho spent the whole first half just absolutely berating him, shouting at him, and then subbed him at half time.
Why?
Because Jose Mourinho doesn't understand.
Fair
one. I think they definitely need some sort of backup for the left back spot. Because at the minute we've got Shaw and then Young. I think Dalot's he's definitely got some qualities, and he's definitely going to get better.
Is that the other right back, yeah?
He's the youngster, and Wan-Bissaka, who is tackles. I don't understand. He seems to know exactly where to be on the pitch to tackle.
Which is good because you've spent a lot of money on him. So I'm like, in all joking aside and all envy of Man United aside, it is good to see that Wan-Bissaka and Maguire are both playing well. To be fair to them,
I think
because you spent a lot of money on them, and Marcus Rojo has had two. Is it Marcus Rojo? Yeah, it's had two. Obviously, he was the one that missed the 4-on-2 a minute ago.
I thought you said it was Chong.
Chong was the one that laid the ball off.
That'll explain why it didn't go.
Yeah, it does. So Marcus Rojo's just had like almost a free header in the on the penalty spot. It's gone wide. I think any other player have those chances that Marcus Rojo just had. I think you might be 2-0 up here.
Marcus Rojo, he can play left back or centre back, but he has absolutely no physical strength.
I swear he's playing on the wing tonight, mate. Oh, Rochdale in here.
Oh.
No, they're not. Good tackle from Marcus Rojo. Wait, is he playing centre back? Where is he playing?
He's playing left back, Rojo.
Is he?
Let me pick it up. Line up. So, Rojo's playing left back. Jones and Tuanzebe are playing centre back.
Just so all Man United fans know, Rojo is not playing left back. He is playing wherever the fuck he wants because he's been left wing.
To be honest,
he
doesn't have much positional sense anyway, so it's fine.
Well, no, it's in this game. Jesus Christ. He's everywhere. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's having a good game.
Where was I good? Yeah, so I think defensive, we definitely need someone that can play. I think so. The fault for Man United goals, I believe, was Matic and Young for the first one because they just didn't close down. They sort of left him open, and Young gave away the foul for the second one. I saw some people criticising a little bit De Gea for not getting much more to it. He got fingertips to it. I'm thinking.
Take a shit. I might be on later. Have a good one. See you later, Zoobs. Have a good one, mate.
As I said, I saw people having to go at De Gea for not getting to the second one, the free kick.
Right.
I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it?
No, I haven't actually.
Beautiful free kick.
It was quite busy today, mate, so I haven't actually had a chance to have a look at anything. I've only really watched the Arsenal game. I watched near enough all of it. I watched like till sort of first 20 minutes, then went all the way over to Paignton to play football. The other team didn't turn up to drive all the way back. Honestly, man, I was fucking livid. Drive all the way back to watch the last, I think, 15-20 minutes, which is probably the best 15-20 minutes. But so I haven't had a chance to have a look at it because I haven't seen Trent Alexander-Arnold's free kick or anything. So I'm gonna need to look at some of the highlights at some point, maybe in a minute or something, just so I know where I'm at. Maybe when we talk about the games, like interesting games anyway, if you say there's something decent worth looking at, we'll have a little look.
Yes, I saw people having to go at the hair for not getting it. He got fingertips to it. Well, I'm thinking like 99% of keepers wouldn't even be able to get fingertips to that.
Right.
It was that good a free kick.
That sounds really weird.
Yeah, I think Man United definitely need a backup defender. Maybe something. Because Lindelof's a great ball-playing defender and good at tackles, but in the air, it's definitely a weak point. Doesn't help that he's, 5'10", 5'11", something like that.
He's quite small, isn't he?
He's not a bit, so maybe...
A striker and one or two midfielders with a backup defender as well. So obviously Flawless must be happy with Lindelof then.
Lindelof's a good defender, but in the air, I think he needs... So I agree with what Flores is saying with the backup defender. Maybe someone with a bit more aerial physical presence. Maybe against some of the bigger teams, he can come in instead of Lindelof.
So let me get this right, Jakey. You're saying you need a left back,
backup left back.
Backup left back.
Yeah.
A striker.
Yeah, definitely.
And
we need half a team. Like, let's face it, it's half a team.
Okay. So I put it to you and Jakey. Yeah. Who are you gonna get?
I haven't thought this for us. Just look through the players and what's weak.
The time is now. You need to make your mind up, Flawless. You want a defender that can defend, or a centre back and a full back. That's hard to come by, mate.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy to come by. I'm just saying this is what Man United need. Definitely need a couple of midfield. I think what they need is someone that can play in that sort of defensive midfield role that allows Pogba to play more attacking. Because I think...
Is your Man United stream dodgy? No, why? Why? What's the matter? What's that supposed to mean? Talk to me, monkey. Mine's clear as day. Do you want me to send a picture to you?
I think,
I just
yeah.
a little fart.
So Fred and Matic, they want Matic. He's the most annoying player because he's supposed to be this big, strong guy, and he just gets out muscled all the time in his passings. Oh, yeah.
Is he like Xhaka for Arsenal?
No, because he doesn't get booked because he doesn't even attempt the tackles.
Just tell me where you're getting it. Getting what?
He wants the Man United stream.
Well, I'll show him then. Yeah, you crazy little ape. 2 seconds, guys. We're gonna show Monkey how good this. Look at that.
I absolutely agree with what he's saying. Matic is so wank, he's gone past his peak.
Clear as day, that is, Monkey. Huh? Feast your eyes on that, mate. There you go. There's your 20 seconds of Man United game. Oh! Should have scored. Pogba should have scored. Pogba should have scored. He's missed an open goal. Just saying.
Yeah. Mata's way too slow for a Man United attack. He slows everything down. He's clever, but he's, yeah. I think Daniel James. I think Rashford had a terrible game on Sunday, but I think he was actually injured from the start.
Did he have many chances?
He didn't really have anything, but he was. Yeah, I think he was injured when he started. I think he started injured.
Oh, Chong's drive it. Oh my God, Chong's just tripped over his own feet. Brilliant, well done, Chong.
Joe. Yeah, I think the wing's all right. I think we need to play more attacking.
Who plays on your wings? Martial?
So at the minute, Martial's been playing more up front and Rashford's been on the left, but they've sort of interchanged, and then Daniel James down the right.
I like that, Daniel James, mate.
He has looked really good. Maybe something to back it up. I think we got that Chong guy.
He trips over his own feet.
He's played Champions League, Chong.
Hold on a minute, guys. Monkey's sending voice messages here.
Is he upset?
Well, let's find out. Hold on.
It's just look.
I think Monkey likes the look of my stream. I mean, I'm going out on a limb here. I don't know for sure.
I think he might be a bit upset that you're not letting him know. I think that's more on.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Jakey. That's just how Monkey talks to me. So, right. So you need 2 midfielders, you reckon, yeah?
I reckon.
Oh, the little girl's in here. Oh, terrible.
Matic and Fred are not. Well, Fred's maybe Premier League quality. Matic has been absolutely woeful.
I thought he was a half decent player.
He was alright at Chelsea. It suited the Jose Mourinho's
Route 1 football.
Players behind the ball. You know, he suited that because he's supposed to be a big, strong guy, but he just sort of, he was slow at closing down. His passing, I mean, he'd pull out maybe one good pass a game.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, mate. So you hold a midfielder. So who?
So you got to sort of
look at. Who are you gonna get?
That's the hard bit.
And Zonzi?
And Zon, he's had a go at the Premier League, and he seems to be he's like a Bambi, isn't he? His legs are just nothing. He just sort of he's like really tall, but his legs are so thin it's unreal.
Benega,
I think he's more an attacking. It's trying to find the right ones, and I must admit, I just sort of looked at the players that aren't good enough, and I haven't really looked too much into players that need to come in. I haven't really looked at FIFA.
Even though we need these positions, we're not going to get anywhere close. Bruno Fernando.
Well, the main thing that the other one I wanted to say is Ed Woodward needs to just piss off.
Yeah, mate. I don't think you're going to get. I think you're right, Monkey. And Jakey. I don't think you're
going to
get.
Bruno Fernandes look good. He looks like a strong player.
Who's he?
There was the green one. Lisbon? Is it Lisbon?
Sporting.
That's the one. Let me have a look. Bruno Fernandez. Yeah, Sporting. He looks a solid midfielder.
Tell you what, you should have got Delph.
Yeah, okay. I'll stick to Fred, thanks.
Do you want Xhaka? Now have a think about it, Jakey. Because I'm willing to give him to you.
Would you swap him for Fred? Honestly, would you take Fred over Xhaka?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Have you watched Fred play?
Mate, Xhaka has made about 7 assists for opposition goals since he's been playing for Arsenal. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That's alright, because at least Xhaka can make some passes. Fred's just like... Xhaka has some strength because he proves it every time he gets a yellow card. Fred, I haven't seen anything from Fred that's meant he's worth £56 million.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh, he's missed it. Who is that? I would say his name, but I don't know who it is. Number 26, Jakey.
Oh, that's Greenwood.
Okay, should have scored.
I've just looked at the stats. Man United have had 12 shots with 2 on target. Rochdale haven't had any.
Mate, you should have scored this. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Ah, that's poor, man. He's put it straight. He's put it near enough straight at him.
Extras for half time. Chelsea are winning 3-1. Liverpool are winning 1-0. Sunderland are beating Sheffield United 1-0.
Chong going to the byline. Oh, what a challenge! The little girl's made a right good challenge there. Oh, Chong is angry, isn't he? He's a passionate mofo, isn't he?
He's Dutch, I believe. I think we stole him up, We got him off of PSV, I think.
He's got an extremely strange name for a Dutch, big, strong black fella. Chong. Where's he from? Is he Dutch?
He's Dutch, I believe. He was actually born in Caraco.
Man United are fucking had so many chances.
He was born in Caraco and is of Chinese descent, funny enough.
Oh, there we go.
He moved to Rotterdam, Netherlands to pursue a move for professional football and then moved to Man United.
Axel Witsel would be a great signing, Monkey.
Oh, yeah, Axel Witsel.
Problem is, Dortmund, you ain't going to get him. You ain't going to get him. Champions League, aren't they, Dortmund? And aren't they doing really well this season?
It'd be hard to steal him, snatch him away from Dortmund. I think another one Man United have been looked at.
I said be realistic, flawless. Obviously, you know, Man United are a mid-table team. That's not.
It is. Man United have a bit of a draw. Hey, it's Witsel. He moved to China for money. Give him a bit of money, he'll come. What's he? There's a striker that he's 19. He scored a hat-trick in the Champions League for Red Bull Salzburg.
Oh yeah, what's his name? I know you're on about.
I think it's called Haglund or something like that.
Because I'm pretty sure Arsenal are looking at him as well.
Red Bull.
Oh, he's gone to the byline. Whips it back straight to the keeper's arms. Greenwood,
that's it. Erling Braut Haaland, 19 years old, Norwegian as well.
That's interesting. I'm pretty sure.
He was born in Leeds.
Oh, there you
go. He was born in Leeds as well, so he might be able to, represent England. Like, depending on whether he's playing the competitive game for Norway. And he played for Mulder under Solskjaer as well, so you never know. Might be able to sneak him over.
You might be able to snake him, yeah. So that's a forward you wouldn't mind seeing come in.
That'll be an interesting one. I think attacking midfield, I think Pogba's there, and I think Pereira's more of an attacking midfielder than a winger. Well, he's played more on the wing this season, and I think he's not the best on the wing.
Right, I'm going to put it to you. Would you like to see someone like Maddison?
Now
I'll think about
Maddison
it.
Will be a great signing, but if I'm playing Pogba in that attacking midfield, Maddison's going to be on the bench.
Who, let's be fair, you don't know whether he's coming or going, depending on what side of the bed he wakes up.
Yeah.
Would you take Maddison as an equivalent if Pogba decides to throw his toys out of his pram again?
If Pogba's going, Maddison would be a great signing.
Yeah.
Aspas.
I
can't imagine
Aspas,
Aspas
what,
coming
the
over.
ex-Liverpool player?
He's been good for who was he at?
He's like 5 foot and a fart, isn't he? I missed the first half. How's it going, Epiphany? Welcome to the stream, dude. That's alright, though. You're here now. I say, well, you say first half, but we haven't got off the first slide yet. Getting the Man United boys riled up, innit?
I didn't really think of players. I was just like, these players have pissed me off, and I don't like them.
I want these players out. Are you wearing your Torquay United shirt?
Yeah.
Jakey, this is a Premier League football shirt.
Yeah.
They're like 5-6 tiers away from Premier League football.
Technically 4 tiers.
I love how you said that so calmly. That's probably the most calm I've ever known you be while I'm berating the Torquay United. I'm not sure on Aspas. I don't think that Aspas would be an answer for you guys.
I think Aspas come to the Premier League too early in his career, and it was never easy to tell where he was going to go. And he's definitely developed a lot more now.
Okay, so another defender you need, right?
I think you should be looking at someone that's quite a good strength, good height. Maybe even looking at Bolly from Wolves.
Good shout. Good shout. I've got one for you.
He's a good tank. Ake's quite a consistent player.
I've got one for you.
Yeah.
Mustafi. You can have him.
We want, as I said, wanted a player with some strengths.
Yeah, he's got strength. He just can't judge a ball when it's in the air.
Yeah, that's sort of like...
Mustafi. Honestly, you'll be fine with him. Give us Lindelof, you can have Mustafi.
Hey, if you want Mustafi, yeah, if we have Mustafi to sign, I think you should pay big bucks for this player. He's
Mings.
called... he's called Jean News... I fucked his name up.
Well done, Jakey.
Kui Niate. He's a great player. He's at Torquay. You should spend a good 5 million on him.
What, so Torquay United can go and buy a team that might get them top of the conference?
That's Torquay United doing enough to play him.
He's that good, is he?
Well, I mean, he got dropped out for a concussion, and as I said, there wasn't many Torquay fans that were upset by it.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, so maybe Bolly's a good shout.
Bolly's a great shout. What about Mings?
Mings, I can't imagine us being able to get him. He's only just signed for Villa for a good 20, 25.
Do you know that there's talks that Arsenal want to try and get him in already?
I wouldn't be surprised by that. He would definitely be a solid player.
You'd have to spend big money, mate.
Oh, yeah. They've just signed him for 22, 23 million.
You're looking at 60 easy.
So I'm going to say you're definitely looking at more than what we pay for Wan-Bissaka, and I don't think we should pay that more for another English.
Well, that'll be 90 and...
we definitely want to get Ake. But it would be a nice player. I really wanted United to sign Laporte before Man City did, and obviously Man City did. And now, well, you saw how strong he is, and then he gets injured, they lose to Norwich, that sort of thing.
Yeah, fair one.
I think if we want...
half-time at Old Trafford, and it is still 0-0. I think Manchester United have had about 60 chances with 3 on target. Rochdale have really put a shift in here, mate. I've got to say it. That little girl that's playing on the right, Mustafason, did you say?
Matheson.
Good player.
Get him.
Good player, mate. Good player. I'm really... He's performing well. So yeah, that's half time at Old Trafford.
For the future for Man United is Ethan Ampadu.
Isn't he a Nigerian?
He is not. He is. You should know him anyway. His dad played for Arsenal.
Yeah. He must have been like really, really good and scored loads of goals. When did he play for Arsenal? In the 60s?
I don't know. Is called Kwame Ampadu, I think his dad is.
No, I don't know.
I'm sure he played for Arsenal.
Kawamya. I remember him. He was a quality player, he was.
Kwame Ampadu.
Pardew. Nah, I'm not sure, mate.
Oh, no, I was a bit out.
Who's that?
He was an Arsenal player. He was there in 1988 to 91.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Who's the geezer who's playing for, I believe, Vitesse Arnhem in Holland? Whoever it was, scored won 5-0 on the weekend, and he scored all 5. He's an ex-Arsenal player. Apparently, he's like literally the new kid on the block. Arsenal were looking at spending big money on him. We sold him for 500k.
Are you sure that he scored all 5?
Well, that's what I got. That's what I read.
Vitesse lost 5-0.
Okay, who did they play?
PSV.
Who scored
and
the 5?
This guy scored all 5. He's called Daniel Malen.
Yeah, mate. Him. Arsenal were looking at playing big money for him, right? We sold him for 500k.
No way.
Typical Arsenal.
Daniel Malen.
He must have been with our academy because I don't remember him. I don't recognise the name.
Is it? Yeah, 2017 you let him go. Wow.
How old is he? 19 or something?
20.
20.
No, I think he got sort of look.
Apparently he scored like in every game so far this season over
there. He scored 7 from 7, but he scored 5 in this one, so he would have only. Yeah.
Can you imagine they have fantasy football like we do? Jesus Christ. Put him as captain, you'd have been having a fucking right laugh there, wouldn't you?
The other thing I was thinking, if Man United wants to pick up a cheaper player and not spend too much, they can't keep buying off the Premier League. So although all the alternatives I've been looking at, Skin Ra's a good player. Seeing Flawless's comment. He'll probably cost a little bit.
Yeah,
same with Koulibaly.
Especially seeing as though you made Inter pay like a ridiculous amount for the loan of Sanchez. Although aren't you paying like a ridiculous amount?
We're paying most of his wages.
Honestly, right? I do feel like at the moment, right? If you had 2 humans, right, and you stood them up next to each other, one of them was called Man United, and one of them was called like the rest of the fucking world. Literally, the rest of the world is literally pulling Man United's pants down at the moment, aren't they? Because they're charging you big money.
You get rid of the rest of the world and just put Ed Woodward there. That's the whole point.
They're charging big money, so like 90 million for Maguire and stuff like that. And then not only that, when you do get guys off your books, they still want you to pay half their wages. It's fantastic.
He's only out on loan. But no,
yeah, I know he is. But you wanted him off the pay structure, didn't you?
Oh yeah, but no one's going to pay his wages.
Well, it's the same as Bale, isn't it?
Who would have thought that out of the swap deal from Sanchez and Mkhitaryan, that Man United got the worst deal out of that?
That is mad, really.
And you got Mkhitaryan, and he's played terrible for you.
He has been poor, but he's played more times than Sanchez has for you, isn't he?
I don't feel like Inter would still be nice to us, though, Flawless, unfortunately. I think the decision to get rid of Lukaku was a silly one.
We have them, Lukaku, and still pay
Sanchez I think wages. It's supposed to be we gave them Lukaku and still pay Sanchez's wages, so we should be nice with Skinra.
Why would they do that, Monkey? Like, they've literally pulled your pants down. Like, why would they be like, oh yeah, let's both walk around with our pants down? They're not going to do that. I don't think.
Still, I think Man United to actually
in Milan in Champions League as well.
I don't know actually.
So I said be realistic. Remember.
I've sort of Man United have sent a player out on loan to them, so you know.
Oh yeah, that's a fair one. But to be fair, they have got a good deal. They're pretty much. They're not really paying him a lot, are they? Like in the grand scheme of things, I think aren't you lot paying more than what they are for him?
Yeah, I think so.
Mate, that would literally make my stomach turn. It's like having Özil play. It's like having
Let's face it.
Play every
Inter
week.
Milan though drew at home to Slavia Prague.
What? Oh yeah, it was 1-1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not Champions League, are they? They're Europa League.
Yeah, no, they are Champions League.
Is it? Fair one. Right. So that was
I think for Man United to actually chase the title, they still need half a team.
Fair enough, mate. I think the title's gone for United.
Just basic. Oh, I don't think we're never going to win it this season anyway.
No.
This season should be a season to build. Let Solskjaer have fun with his team and actually get himself a proper team instead of this shite that Mourinho left him.
Last question. Let's say, for instance, you lot finished 10th this season.
Yeah.
Would you get rid of Solskjaer? Before you answer, if there was a chance you could have Pochettino.
Yeah.
Jakey, you sinner!
Right.
Monkey, would you like to answer that, and any other Man United fans? Epiphany, you don't count, because I know that you wouldn't want to see Pochettino go, you dirty spud. Jakey, I've got you over a barrel there, haven't I?
If we finish
Literally, you're just like Man United at the moment. I've got you over a barrel with your pants down.
If we finish 10th, and there wasn't actually a good manager, it's 6th.
Get rid of Solskjaer, and I know you would. I reckon you'd still do it if you finish 3rd.
If we, maybe not 3rd. If we finish 10th and there wasn't any opportunity for a decent manager, I would keep Solskjaer 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah. But if there was an opportunity for someone like Pochettino, I mean, we got to take him.
I love how I agree with Jakey. So Flawless, I'll lay out 100% if we drop big time. 10th would be disgraceful. Monkey, I wouldn't be surprised if you're 10th at the end of the season. The way things are going.
If we finish below Chelsea, then maybe so. If we finish 10th and it's below Chelsea. If we finish 10th and we're above Chelsea, I think we should. Because Chelsea don't have any transfers this season. They can't make any.
I don't think Chelsea will finish below 10th. I love how Epiphany's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hold up.
Who said anything about Poch leaving the Spurs?
I think there's certain managers that we should sort of jump at the chance to get, and there's certain managers we shouldn't. And I think Pochettino is one that we should. Sorry, Epiphany.
I gotta say, it would make me really sad and upset to see Pochettino leave Spurs. Because whoever comes in might actually win Spurs a trophy.
They might even get one before Arsenal.
Well, this is it. So I would like Spurs to keep hold of Pochettino if it's possible and plausible. Poch will be at Madrid by the start of next season, if not before. Do you know what? Right, that's been on the cards that's been on the cards for like a long, long while. And wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I don't know if you know Epiphany. Like, I don't know if you've like seen any reports on this, but like there was like a statement that Poch put out, and it was really sort of like you could have taken it both ways. It was word for word, but it pretty much said that he's likely to move on at the end of this season. Who to, I don't know. I can't remember where I read the report to, Jakey, otherwise I'd get it up. I do apologise, guys, otherwise I would...
When was it? Was it this week?
Nah, mate, it was a while back.
Well,
I reckon at the start of the season, maybe 2 games in or something like that. Can't remember who done the report either, mate.
I also, actually, it's probably building on to the next slide. I can't remember what it is, actually, the next slide, but I think if Tottenham were to go with Pochettino, that'd be stupid.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think, all joking aside, I think Pochettino has probably been the best thing for Tottenham Hotspurs for a long, long while.
I think Pochettino is highly underrated as a manager.
Well, it's not just that. I think it's the fact that he's on board with... is it Daniel Levy up there? I can't remember his name. Not Daniel Levy, is it?
Daniel Levy, yeah.
It is Daniel Levy at Spurs, yeah?
Yeah.
I think that he's on board with Daniel Levy's ideas and ways of like not having the wage bill ridiculously high. I think the wage bill and the wage structure at Tottenham is fucking brilliant.
I think Daniel Levy is possibly one of the most clever, the cleverest owner in England.
Do you know what? I'd have to agree with you because when he spends, he only spends well. There's not often you get like a massive big name in Spurs, and then you go, well, he was shit. They've had some dodgy players, mate. Don't get me wrong, but
I think when they had like the bail money, they didn't spend well. But when usually when they spend money, let's face it, they bought Eriksen not too expensive, Lamella not too expensive, Son.
So Epiphany saying not since the summer. So Levy needs to let him crack on with it. Not since the summer. What's not since the summer? Like not spending money, or is the wage bill changed? Is it Epiphany?
The other thing that Levy is pretty decent at is getting the contracts nailed down.
Yeah, but you don't see many people.
Ericsson, I
Ericsson
think,
was going to be
possibly
going.
going to run his down. I wouldn't mind if United picked him up, to be honest.
I don't think he'll stay in the Premier League, mate. I think he's got
I
Real
reckon
Madrid written all over him
if
as well.
Pogba doesn't go to Real Madrid, then Ericsson would. Yeah.
I'd have to agree with that, mate.
Unfortunately, for Epiphany as well, I can't see Ericsson staying at Tottenham this season.
What, this season? You reckon he'll go in January?
Well, I don't think he's going to sign a new contract and it expires at the end of the season. So
he's the only one though that does seem very up in the air at the moment. Like he was almost close to going in the winter, wasn't he? Sorry, summer. But
yeah, I think Man United were close to getting him in the summer, but they sort of. Well,
I think you're right, mate. I think Kane's safe. I don't think that he'll go anywhere.
I think if Pochettino was to go to Real Madrid, he might go. He might get Dele Alli.
Yeah, possibly. The thing is,
and I reckon Alderweireld will be a hard one to hold on to as well. If Poch goes,
I think the problem is, mate, is Dele Alli had that one good season, and since then he's struggled massively with injuries.
I think he's had quite a few injuries. I think if he gets the season down where he doesn't pick up too many injuries or anything, he's gonna. I think he could possibly be England's best centre midfielder for.
I'd agree with you, mate. Oh, here we go. Got a big one. Poch didn't get what he wanted this year. I feel there's an issue there now. Poch didn't get the deals he wanted, and this week he's saying about learning from the recent mistakes and fixing the problems this January. See, it's again Poch don't know. He's very cryptic, isn't he? What he says. He's very cryptic,
and that's why you can. He knows what to say,
and that's why you can also almost deter it to both ways. Do you know what I mean? Like you could almost misconstruct it as to what he's saying because you're not sure because he's so cryptic with it.
I think the way he says it, it sort of makes the media get a bit too excited, and it doesn't actually say anything.
Wait, I'm not being loud anymore, am I? Yeah, say again, babe. Oh, is she alright? You give her a hug in the mug? At her head? Give her a stroke? You're a good girl, aren't you? Okay. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Right, so just before we go on to the next slide, because I think the next slide is going to be fairly quick, right? Has everybody seen this new brilliant idea from UEFA of making a conference league? A UEFA Conference League.
Oh, they should just fuck it off. Stupid twats.
Have you seen this report, Jakey?
If it's anything to do with the one that have always been rumoured, and they're just going to have all the big teams in it, and they're just going to... Is it something different, is it?
Get on your old Google, Jakey, have a quick read of this shite.
Well,
so we're going
to
have the Champions League, we're going to have the Mickey Mouse League, Europa League, and then from what I can gather... You're going to have Mickey's Mickey Mouse League underneath that called the Conference, which I presume is going to be 8th, 9th and 10th position teams from around Europe. I presume.
Clubs will qualify. It'll be the third tier. What is it? I'm on the the champion.
I will just put it out there as well. Me and Monkey have had a little discussion about this today, which is why I'm mentioning it.
How do you qualify for it? It was provisionally known as the Europa League 2. How stupid!
What was the point? So the next thing I said to Monkey is, well, who's going to get the TV rights for that? Because unless there's big money in it, people ain't going to care.
Also, I think it's going to be a cut,
Arsenal already now play. So all the teams that made the final of the domestic cups or something.
So it'd be the second, I suppose, the people that got into well, it seems to be domestic cup winners. So I'm assuming
domestic cup winners.
Yeah. So it's gonna be teams that win the League Cup and stuff like that, I suppose.
That's usually a Premier League team anyway, and usually one that's in the Champions League or Europa.
But I mean,
Bizarre,
it's to me a stupid competition. It's another way for UEFA to get a bit more money in their back pocket because TV companies will overpay for the rights.
What does this even mean for the Super Cup? I gotta be honest, mate. I think the Super Cup's nonsense anyway. I don't see the point.
I think it's the Charity Shield. I think I don't.
Community Shield.
I don't think because beforehand they used to do it was called the Charity Shield, and I think they used to give the money out to charities, but I don't think they do. And I think that's a waste of time if they don't. It's basically the Super Cup and the Champion Shield, or whatever it's called. Basically, friendlies where you get a trophy if you win it.
It's shite, innit?
With the Community Shield, you get
a day out.
You still get to use 5. You get 5 subs still out of your 7. You can use 5 subs unless they change the rules. Last time I played it in Foot Manager, they did anyway. Day out Wembley for the Premier League champions and the FA Cup champions that obviously have never been to Wembley before. Been a bit cynical.
Good point, well posed.
It's a day out at Wembley for a team that's already had to play at Wembley to qualify for this tournament.
It is literally titled under Google as the Europa League 2. Why is it needed?
It's just another thing for UEFA to get some more money in their back pockets.
Teams don't care now about the Europa League. I mean, until
you see the team Man United field against Astana. Let's face it.
Until we get through.
I watched the last 10 minutes or so of that game. Astana actually aren't too bad.
I think Chong's just killed someone.
Literally, or just like.
Oh no, I don't know what's happened here. It looks like Chong's accidentally caught one of the fellas on the face. I mean, to be fair.
West Ham are 1-0 down to Oxford, and Chelsea are 4-1 up.
1-0 down to Oxford. Potato! Yeah. What about ye? Potato! How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Babe, did I get any of those? Oh, there they are. I was going to have to nick yours for a minute. You eat them all? Ah, so that means that you haven't. So I can nick some.
I feel like there would be a fight in that sort of occasion.
Oh, there will be. I will go off my tits. Yeah, go on, Jakey.
How's that printer getting on?
The printer's sorted, mate.
Printer's sorted, is it?
Yeah. Bought her a new one, didn't I? Didn't I, babe?
Liar.
I'm not lying, I'm just bending the truth.
What liar said?
Yeah, good point, well posed, babe.
That's rude.
I can smell a liar.
You can smell a liar?
Yeah.
What they smell of? You can get a career out of it? What? Yeah. Babe, it took you long enough to read your ex-husband's lies.
Exactly.
Oh, right, so you're a professional now after
8
that
years experience.
unlawful
marriage. Yeah.
Fair one. But at least I know when I'm lying. No, I didn't.
That's another lie.
Oh dear.
I think you're losing here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm going really good. So the Europa League size is being dropped to 32 teams, and then whoever wins the Conference League gets into the Europa League. Well, what a load of shit.
So basically, right, so I'm just trying to understand it. So the cup winners go into this BTEC Europa League.
BTEC?
The Europa League then has people that finish in a certain place in the league. And the people that get dropped out of the Champions League and the team that wins the BTEC Europa League the season before.
You're just making this confusing now, Jakey.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand it myself.
Right.
Basically, it's a thing for UEFA to get some more money into their back pocket.
So Jakey, yes or no?
No.
And it's exactly what me and Monkey said. It was a no from both of us. Excellent. So we've discussed that.
That was easy.
Move on.
Yeah,
move on.
Slide 2. 1 hour and 10 minutes in.
Next slide, so it won't be too long though. So this is just a quick one. What managers won't survive the season? So I've put 3 up here that now obviously I would have put the Watford manager, but they've just renewed him. So he's already
removed. Watford already got rid of their first manager.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they've already removed him, and to be fair, needed to go. I'm going to say hi to Gamer Rye before I go to bed, mate. Enjoy. No worries, Epiphany. Have a good one, dude. Thanks a lot for popping in. Hope you have a good sleepy bobos. Thanks very much for the bits, buddy. Much appreciated.
I think Steve Bruce will last the season because Newcastle can't find anyone to take the job on. That's why he got hired in the first place.
I'd agree with that.
Marco Silva, I think Everton will give him a bit more time. I rate Marco Silva as a manager.
He's spent a lot of money though, mate.
That's possibly one of the reasons. Where are Everton? In fairness, right?
They're not doing too bad,
start of the season, they are 14th on 7 points. Tottenham is 7th on 8 points. So the gap between 7th and 14th is 1 point.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
at the
saying
minute,
these
one
three
win
here,
could do
mate.
anything.
I'm not saying these three are here. I would just put up some managers out of teams that are doing particularly great. I worry for Nunu.
I think he will possibly go especially if they don't win. How many games have we played? If they still haven't got a win by the 10th game, Rochdale 1-0 up apparently. Oh no, it's disallowed.
I say it's not.
They must have put it in the side netting because the app I've got gets confused when the net bulges.
I was going to say it wasn't even disallowed or anything, mate. There's.
It did immediately come up this.
Oh!
I just ruined it for you.
He is literally Mr. Sitter.
That'll be one. Push the button. Oh, hang on a sec. He skied it. Or put it wide. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Mate, he's 3 yards out. He's 3 yards out, and Wan-Bissaka, mate, has made an unbelievable. Is it Wan-Bissaka?
29.
2 secs. I'm sure it's Wan-Bissaka. I can't see his number, mate. Yeah, it is Wan-Bissaka has made an unbelievable goal line clearance. That is insane. Just so you know. I don't think Wolves would get rid of their manager. I can't see it. Mate, they haven't got a win. They haven't won a game. Man United fans are getting pissed off, and they've actually got some points on the board.
I think if they haven't won a game by 10, maybe even by give them a couple more. But obviously, well, they started off. They've lost in the Europa League as well in the group stage
against Torino, was it? No, not Torino.
No. They got 3 against Torino.
Napoli.
Let me pick it up. Oh no, that was Liverpool.
That was Liverpool.
Yeah.
Try again. It? It's an Italian, wasn't it?
Matches. Oh no, it was worse than that. It was home to Braga.
Braga, that was it. Portuguese.
They lost at home to Braga. So they started off. They've lost in Europa League.
Monkey, that is an insane goal line clearance, mate. Insane. I wish you could watch it.
They got spanked off of Chelsea. They got a draw against us. That's not hard. Sometimes.
Just say West Ham beat you.
I can see Nuno going. If I'm honest, I don't really rate him that much.
I think it was his connections that have got Wolves where they are.
It wasn't his connections. I think it was the agent.
The agent, is it?
The agent got them the signings, and let's face it, the team that they come up with the championship would have finished would have finished around 14th, 13th, 14th in the Premier League if they were playing, I reckon. And
I actually saw good things happening for Wolves this year as well, mate.
I think I've got them 8th.
Mate, I think I've got them higher than that. Sure I have.
So I must admit, I reckon I'll give them time, but if they still haven't won a game by 10, I can see them offloading him.
But
if they get a couple, well, Sam Allardyce.
Fair one.
I don't know.
He's available.
Sam Allardyce is sort of that guy that you hire to keep your team up if you have a shite season.
Made a living from it, though, hasn't he?
Well, yeah. 1 season in, off you go. Give me lots of money. Yeah, I'll keep you up. There we are. Easy. See you later. and they'll hire someone they want to hire. He's a quick, cheap. Well, he's a quick, easy replacement. Let's face it.
Oh my God, Greenwood should have scored there. You lot are going to penalties if this carries on. I'm telling you now. Honestly, Man United can't buy a goal to save their lives. They've had 81% possession in the second half. Man United have.
Okay, so I just had a look. Man United are on 20 shots, 4 on target.
Yeah, I think I just saw the fourth one go on target, mate. Sam Allardyce eventually robbed millions from Everton. Actually robbed millions from...
That was Everton's fault.
Yeah, that was Everton's fault. He got them 8th and then sacked him.
They gave him a 2-year contract. He got him out of the slip that they were in, got him up, and then they sacked him at the end of the season because he weren't happy with the football.
No, and he got them 8th.
They're the ones that gave him the contract.
8th.
That's why I don't say anything about Moyes. Man United are the reason Man United gave him an 8-year contract, not Moyes. He just signed it. He went 8 years. Yeah, fine.
Wait, Moyes was given an 8-year contract at United?
I think so. 7 or 8 year contract, something stupid like that.
That must have been one hell of a payout.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's how Jose Mourinho gets on. Has one good season, gets a good few-year deal. Has a shit season, gets fired, gets a payout for it, and gets hired for another job a couple of years later. Well, a season later, you know.
Brilliant. Fair one, Mourinho. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Bruce. I don't think they'll fire because literally no one wants the job. That's why Bruce got hired.
Well, Bruce no one wants to work with Ashley, do they?
Well, exactly. I would. Let's face it. If Newcastle come asking me for a job and said, "Oh, you give me that," I probably wouldn't even take it.
Yeah, fair one, mate. Fair one.
Mainly because I wouldn't want to deal with Ashley because he's a knobhead.
I'm going to disagree with you. Not in the slightest.
Yeah.
Right, what's going on?
I'd take Matic over Fellaini.
Where's Fellaini gone anyway?
China.
Has he?
Yeah. It's about his level of football, I think.
Behave.
But he might actually win some headers clean, I suppose, because, well...
they're all like half the size of him, I suppose, aren't they?
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, probably shouldn't say that, actually.
Well, it's not racist. It's a general rule of thumb, isn't it? Generally, Asians are quite small in height.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's categorising, but it's not being racist.
Yeah.
That's stupid, Jakey. Fellaini more than Matic. Easy.
Hail the god of mischief, Fellaini. Fellaini had more chance of getting sent off because he can't actually jump for a header without having his elbow in the guy's head. He questioned why he got sent off after... What did he do? He stomped on Alex McShane, I think, for Hull.
Would you
stomped
say...
on him, kneed him in the
head.
head.
Would you rather Matic or Fellaini?
I'd take Matic.
Yeah, I agree with that, 100%.
The only thing Fellaini was good for was pumping the ball up to the...
I think Flawless's love for Fellaini is now... I think
Flawless just wanted his hair. That's what it is.
No, I think what it was is Flawless just wanted a reaction out of everybody that knows it. Like inside, Flawless knows that he is dog shit. Flawless just wants a reaction, I think, on this one. He does more work. He just wants a reaction, Jakey. Don't rise to Monkey's bullshit. He wants a reaction. Has he finally scored? Nope. Another one off target. Oh, Lingard's playing. Hello, Lingard.
He's been on there from the start.
Yep, didn't even realise.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, I did not, honestly, mate. It's the first thing he's done.
Yeah, that's not a surprise.
First thing he's done. Right, let's move on then. So we're saying Nuno, if he doesn't get a win in the next 4.
Next couple, yeah.
And that's probably going to be it, isn't it?
I can't see them. I rate Silva, but I suppose if Everton can't turn their form around,
he's the only other one that I can see, mate. Just purely off the fact that he's underachieving massively for the amount of money that he spent this season.
Yeah,
he's good dog shit. Matic is bad dog shit. There's only one dog shit monkey, and it's all stinking. Right. So I can't believe this, Jakey. We were pretty much even Stevens right up until you got that fucking...
You haven't got the full scores on there.
Huh?
You haven't got the total scores, season scores.
Oh, shit, I haven't. You're well ahead, just so you know.
I'm about 10 points clear, I think.
I think it's 9, mate.
I'm gonna say it's 9 or 10. I think.
Yeah,
I can't remember if I was 5 or 6 in front last week.
I think you're on 78 and I'm on 69. I think. I'm pretty sure it's 9, mate. But I can double check that tomorrow.
Well, it's 4 this week, and I was either 5 or 6 last week, so it's 9 or 10.
I'm pretty sure it's 9. It is. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know that you were in front by quite a bit. To be fair, though, mate, that's 1 week. Again, it's still pretty close.
It could easily still be 1 week.
Yeah, it's still really close. I mean, if you get 5 like this week and I get like 10, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've closed that gap. I've closed that gap by 4 already. So it's just one of those things. The way this works, isn't it? It's just luck of the draw, I guess. Really. So obviously this is the results. Is there anything you want me to look at particularly, Jakey, that's worth talking about? Obviously the Liverpool one's probably worth talking about. James subbed in for Chong. That happened, is it?
Oh, well, I'm assuming so. I'm just trying to think. Southampton made a great defensive error for the Bournemouth's final goal. If I remember correctly, I watched this earlier on. Bednarak was sort of shielding the ball, sort of left it for the keeper, but then made a motion to pass it to the keeper and just didn't touch it.
That's very clever.
So Callum Wilson come around, nicked the ball off him.
Brilliant.
Scored a goal.
Surely now.
That, I think not too much.
It is a fifth one on target though, Jakey. What's that now?
Yeah.
26 shots, 5 on target.
Let me pop it up. Give me a second.
It was James this time, was it?
Oh, it's not added up just yet.
It's definitely on target, that one anyway.
Oxford are 2-0 up against West Ham now.
Shut up.
Nope. Liverpool are 2-0 up over Milton Keynes Dons. Sunderland and Sheffield United still 1-0 to Sunderland. Aston Villa 3-1 up over Brighton. Burton is still 1-0 up over Bournemouth. Chelsea is still 4-1 over Grimsby. Wolves are still 1-0 over Reading. Yeah, for the Bournemouth one, the final, yeah, that was the final goal. I'm trying to remember the other goals. They can't have been much special.
You got the Alexander-Arnold one against Chelsea. Apparently, that was a decent goal.
Yeah, but that's right down the bottom.
Oh, my bad.
I thought we were not running through them more.
We are running through them.
I was like, come on.
Okay, so obviously you put 2-0 to Bournemouth. I put 2-1 to Bournemouth. Ended up 3-1. So I got 3 points. Woo! Next up.
You got 2 points.
That's what I said.
You said
did I say 3?
You did indeed.
I meant to.
Leicester
What
Tottenham.
do you mean I'm a liar? Baby. Can you make me a coffee? Please. I'll give you a sweetie. You want one? I still want a coffee.
I don't think you're going to get it.
No, I'm not.
Leicester Tottenham. Leicester second was a great goal. Maddison.
Yeah, I put him on my bench, didn't I?
Did you see the goal?
No, was it good, was it?
Oh, it's a good finish. And Tottenham had one ruled out for offside. And Leicester had one ruled out for offside.
This is both the one by with
VAR.
Son?
This was Son, yeah. His knee was offside.
Was it his knee, was it?
I believe so. It was very marginal. My favourite thing, right? So I know we don't want to talk about it because we always talk about it.
Go on.
So I've seen lots of people going on about, oh, how can they give it if it's such a marginal call? I guarantee you, had they not given that offside, people would have complained about VAR because it was offside.
See, obviously, like we weren't. I
can't win on that situation. Yeah,
we weren't going to talk about it, and obviously you did want to hear a couple of my points of views from it, though, didn't you?
Oh yeah, you said you were going to look at some bits, didn't you?
I didn't in the end. Mainly because we didn't go with it. We didn't run with it, did we? We chose other things instead. So the reason I am now starting to struggle to defend VAR is for the fact that there's actually a human for a start drawing those lines on. You know the lines?
Yeah.
I thought they were computer generated. They're not.
But I think a human puts them on via, using the computer. If that makes sense.
Which is true. They do, mate. It is via a computer. But obviously, when we're talking like margins of millimeters, or like, for instance, the Chelsea goal against Liverpool. I know it's all the way down the bottom there, but we'll speak about it quickly just now. Hey, Flat Space, how you doing, dude? Welcome to the stream. Is if Mason Mount was a size 6 football boot, he wouldn't have actually been offside.
Well, it's the same with the Southampton Bournemouth one. But again,
we have to go back to the fact that, like,
if this was last season,
I think what it is, right, is people are moaning, Jakey, right, because there isn't an element of error anymore. But that is that not what we wanted from the Premier League?
So
like, these teams,
season,
it's costing these teams money. Yeah, so Cardiff got sent down. It's costing them what fuck knows how much money, and they got sent down off of.
Fine for a couple of seasons, getting relegated from the Premier League.
Yeah, but they got sent down over Brighton by what, a point? Which, in all fairness, Chelsea game, there was 2 goals given against them that should never have stood. Then I think for like 3 weeks running, they had some sort of controversy that caused them to drop points. This VAR would stop that.
That was where we're getting at. So they're going, margins. How can they not give this? You can't actually, you want to watch the football.
I must be behind.
It's quite up to date, and you're obviously watching the stream. Anything happening?
It is now.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, here we go. James? There we go. Greenwood. It's about time, to be fair.
I'm quite far ahead. It's good. Well, it's because you're obviously streaming from a legitimate source.
Yeah. I got an ESPN pass, haven't I?
Have you?
No.
What was I saying? Yeah, so if it was last season, they would have put all these cameras in and caught all these camera angles and lined it up and gone, oh look, he's offside. What how's the linesman not seen that his foot is tiny a bit offside? Now VAR's in, his foot's tiny bit offside.
Yeah.
Well, how they're giving that? It's so marginal. It's like, well, you wanted this last season, now you got it. Now you don't want it. What's the point?
I knew it was legitimate. See, Flawless believes me, Jakey.
Oh, he's just. Chewy stream is 100% legitimate.
Yeah, I would never illegally try and stream any sort of sporting or movie related content. Is not right. These TV rights take the time out of their day to put it on our TVs. We should pay them their subscription fees that they require. 100%. Go on, try someone arguing against that.
You won't be able to prove it, because I imagine you got it routed through something.
I have no idea what you mean, David.
I must admit, I have, it was ages ago, I have to watch the Saudi Arabian stream of a Premier League game before.
Have you?
My word, not deliberately, it just popped up. I mean, that's the way to say it. It's like you say, you're watching your stream not deliberately.
Mate, it
just popped up on your phone.
Mate, I don't even know how it came up on my tablet, to be honest.
It just sort of magically typed itself in.
No, I'm not even on the internet, mate.
Yeah.
It must be a rerun.
That's what it is. You're watching the rerun of the live Man United game. Yeah. What were we saying? I've forgotten.
VAR.
Yeah. I think I said my bit.
Yeah, I've said my bit as well. I mean, at the end of the day, right, for me, I think that VAR is still giving us, as much as it might be fine lines. Or what they need to do is because what they've done is they've brought in rules for VAR. Now that's the biggest problem, because offside now is you're offside with any scoring part of your body. Now it never used to be that. It used to be
that was the rule.
There has to be daylight or do you know what I mean? Like the rules have changed with offside so much.
I think
you've got to be active. You've got to be this. Why not just go back to how it used to be? And if you're offside when the ball's played, you're offside. Simple as that.
Sort of 3-0 up, Flawless has said.
Holy crap balls.
Yeah, indeed. Look, Chelsea a 6-1. Where's that happened to? Batshuayi and Reece James. That rule for offside, where it being any part of the body to score from, as far as I'm aware, it's been in play for the last couple of seasons. And the one about it being active as well. So it's not a case of you running, or you're offside and you're sort of running. You've actually got to make a run towards the ball before they can call it. If you've actually made a run towards it, then it's offside. But
I know the active one's definitely been in for a while.
So the people complaining about the offside, they were offside. That's the rule. Doesn't matter if it's an inch or a yard. If he's offside, he's offside.
I think that's the hardest bit about it is.
I still think though the thing they should do for the fouls is they should have the referee view it on the screen, because the referee can actually look at it, take into account. Because what was he saying? They're like 5 miles away or whatever.
I don't think the offside should be reviewed, but I do think that the penalties need to be reviewed and retracted or given. Either way,
I think if they're looking at a penalty,
decision
the referee should look at it.
Yeah, I think the sole decision
referee should look at it,
like the World Cup, mate.
Yeah,
and I think it really worked in the World Cup, and it's not.
All it's come down to is people complaining. It's going to take the time. That's what stoppage time is for. Funny enough.
Bore off, you fucking idiots. Let's get it right.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Well, I think that's the hardest thing. We're not going to have a debate because we're both on the side of VAR.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. If you come here for a VAR debate, you're not going to get it. Okay, yeah, so you put 3-1 to Tottenham. I put 2-1. And turns out Liverpool
finished 2-1.
Yeah, it did.
But it was 2-1 to Leicester, not Liverpool.
Liverpool.
0 points. Yeah, Leicester's second goal, Maddison, was a beauty.
I'll have a look at
Do
that.
you know anything else? Leicester had one ruled out, but it was clear offside. It wasn't like a margin of one. It was ruled out by VAR.
Fair one.
But yeah, it was offside, clearly offside. I don't think there's any complaints on that one.
Are Spurs fans moaning then? They got one that went their way.
Well, my favourite thing is they're moaning about the VAR, but it wasn't the VAR that caused them to concede 2 goals.
Yeah, fair one.
VAR didn't put 2 goals onto Leicester's team. It just took one off of yours.
Yeah, fair one. Right, so Burnley and Norwich. Now, this was a bit of a turnout for the books because I actually thought Norwich was going to win this game.
I thought Norwich on a high from their match against Man City, but obviously the injuries took their toll on them.
They got a few injuries at the moment.
And let's face it, I think both of us said, and I said this was one I was worried about, because Burnley on their day can beat, they can beat anyone, and they are a pain in the arse to beat.
They are an absolute...
as it proves. Go to beat Man City one week, lose to Burnley the next week 2-0. They weren't great goals, but they were good finishes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's.
They were well finished. Both Chris Wood.
I think I saw these.
One of them was from a corner, near post corner. Chris Wood headed it on. There was no one on the near post for Norwich. And the second one was a cross in that I think he had to sort of shape it and beat the keeper from it with one touch. It was a good finish, but it wasn't necessarily a great goal.
You farting over there? But yeah, we both went with a 2-0 win for Norwich, didn't we? And it was 2-0. But the other way. Fair play to Burnley on that one, that's all I'm going to say. Now, this result, in my opinion, for Everton is an absolute shocker.
Yeah, I like the phrase. So I was watching. Oh, yeah, I might not watch the football. Yeah,
Oh, the
I
little
was
girl
watching.
scored.
Is he?
The little girl scored. I told you the little girl was good, did I?
I, I said he was. He's 16.
Great goal, mate.
Playing in the. Yeah.
He's come to Old Trafford at 16 years old, looks like a little girl, rifled it into the top corner.
Ed, mate, put a bid in.
Mate, he's worth a cheeky look at, I think, personally. He's been an absolute nightmare for you lot all game.
I've heard a lot about it. So I'd heard about him from last season when he played a few games. Yeah, well, he played 3 games for them last season in the league.
Honestly, mate, he has been an absolute nightmare all game. Oh shit, this is going to pens. I said that like half an hour ago, monkey.
I thought I'd seen that before. I thought someone had said that. I wasn't sure if the flawless had said it or not. It was you that said it.
Mate, his marker has completely left him. Who is that?
What number?
Hold on a minute. I will give you it now.
Chelsea 7-1
15.
Up. That's Pereira.
Mate, he has completely left him. Completely left him. If he follows that run, that's no goal. He has completely left his man there. Terrible. Terrible defending.
Hudson-Odoi's back.
Oh, is he? Has he scored?
Yeah. He must have come off the bench.
He does look like a girl, to be fair. Oh, Monkey, have you found a stream?
Has Monkey found a legitimate stream? Oh, no, he started Hudson-Odoi. I didn't even notice that. I must admit, I didn't look at starters.
Fair one. Wow. Fair play to Rochdale. They deserve this because they've given a good fight all game, you know. It's been a good watch, this has. I mean, listen.
I don't rate the competition. I basically just say bin it off. The League Cup.
Yep, fair one, mate.
I think, what did I say to you? It's for small clubs like Arsenal before we started.
That is true. You did say that. I'll take it, mate. I'll take it. It's a trophy.
Yeah. I don't think it's something to be bothered by. I think United need to work more on the Europa League this season if they're going for a trophy. Sheffield United. Yeah, so the title of the video, the highlights video I watched was Sheffield United in the smash and run, which is basically what they've done. The first one was an own goal off the back of someone from a corner, and the second one was a counter attack.
Fair one. Fair play to Sheffield United, though, mate. They have completely blown my prediction of them out on the water.
So I said this.
How
to you,
depthy
actually.
they're going to be, I don't know, but
I reckon they'll do well. I reckon they'll stay up. Whether they'll stay up by much is a different question. But I reckon they'll stay up. I said to you earlier on today. I said I was really annoyed by this one because I very nearly put Sheffield United to win 1-0.
You did.
So I would have got myself 2 points out of that.
You would have. I'm glad you didn't do that.
Would have been was it 14-8?
It would have been 14-8.
11 points clear.
And then we have got next up the absolute abomination.
Oh my word!
8-0, mate. When was the last time any team got beat 8-0 in the Premier League?
I think the last time we had a result like that was Man City were on the other end. They got beat 8-1, didn't they, off of Middlesbrough?
Don't remember that, but 8-0, mate. That is absolutely shocking from a team.
Oxford are 4-0 up.
Yeah, Monkey, you just said a League 1 team. In Rochdale, a League 2 team?
The League 1, I think.
League 1, are they?
It might be League 2. They bounce around between the two.
Yeah.
League 1.
8-0 is an absolute travesty for any Premier League team to be getting beaten by in this day and age. In my
heard
opinion.
an interesting point, and I think so. That off the back of Man City winning 8-0, it was a point that come up. I think it was on 5 Live when I was coming talking at home on Saturday as well, and I was coming home from that, and it popped up. If PSG were to win 8-0, what would we be saying about the quality of the league?
Yeah.
And then my first thought to that was, yes, but would PSG come off the back of losing 3-2 to a team that just got promoted? Just want to defend the English league a bit.
Yeah, and the thing is, though,
But
mate, is
8-0 should never happen in this league, and
no, it's the Premier League. Like
Watford were absolutely atrocious. The defending was poor. They didn't even care. The defenders sort of just stood there. The
it's
first
really
goal,
annoying, mate,
53
because
seconds into the game,
they
Man
played
City had
against us.
yards of space. Oh yeah, they battered you in that second half.
Yeah, they played against us. I just find it odd, mate. I know they were under a different manager, but
it's the same. You had the same. Both of you played against the same manager.
oh, did we? Did we have?
Flores.
Was that his first game? Then was it against us?
Yeah. What I think is Watford.
I bet the
Watford
owners must have
wanted to
thought.
hold back against City and try and not concede. But in the end, they did. 53 seconds it took Man City to score.
Wow.
They were 5-0
up,
like
after
18
15
minutes.
or something.
18 minutes, they were 5-0 up.
That's disgusting, mate.
And then 8-0 by the end of the game. Bernardo Silva got himself his first ever career hat trick. We don't talk about what he said on the talk about his Twitter afterwards.
Yeah, what actually happened there, mate? Because I didn't read into it. I know there's a racist slur or something, wasn't there?
It wasn't a race. He put something up that was very clearly racist, but it
wasn't a racist slur at all.
No, what he did was the left back. What's he called?
For
Mendy.
Oh, right,
for
yeah,
Man City.
Mendy, yeah.
They're good mates, and he put up a bit that was sort of taking the piss out of him. But it was a picture of Mendy from when he was younger and a cartoon of this chocolate bar picture, and they're both black and they don't. But so he put something like when they look the same or something like that. I can't remember. Spot the difference, I think it was.
Right. That's a very odd thing to do, isn't it?
But he meant it as a joke, and
because Mendy's quite a joker, isn't he?
And I imagine those two joke amongst each other with that sort of stuff.
The only problem is when you bring it to social media, being in the limelight.
But he put it on. If he wanted to send it, he shouldn't have put it on. Made it public. He should have just sent it privately.
I think the problem is he hasn't.
But
in any way, shape, or form.
His belief was that was a pure joke. He didn't believe it was racist.
No, and that's the difference, mate. Is like it's all right.
So I imagine he will be getting some social media training from Man City. A large slap on the wrist.
Well, the thing is if you. Is it racist if it wasn't? Like if he hasn't meant it.
He had. That's what.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's still racist. What he put on there is 100% racist, even if he meant it as a joke, and the person he put it as took it as a joke. But if he wanted a joke with his mate, that's what private's for. That's why you message people. In no way did he mean. I don't think in any way he meant it racist. And from what I gather,
but what if he meant that? Mendy was
about that sort of stuff anyway.
What if he meant that Mendy was sexy like a bar of chocolate?
Oh no! When you see the picture, you'll see
okay.
what it was. Yeah.
I'll have to have a look because.
Can I get it up?
We did, babe. Huh? Quote? What for? Huh? What are you looking at now? What are you looking at now? Beetle?
Oh, fuck off, independent pricks.
Who's going to get you a beetle, Ben? Huh?
Oh, I hate the fucking newspaper articles. Keep on making me want to pay for them. There it is.
Brennan to equalise against Wolves. 99th minute. Oh, it must be extra time.
Did they do extra time? I thought they just went straight to penalties.
I thought they did.
They might have had an injury or something.
Oh, don't worry, guys. Matter is on to save the day.
That's what he tweeted.
Yeah, all right, fair one.
But in no way did he mean it racist. He meant it as a joke, but
Yeah,
if
because
he's joking with his...
Mendy is a massive joker.
He is a joker, and
Oh!
he definitely took it as a joke, 100%.
Wan-Bissaka should have just scored there.
But from what I gather, he jokes about that sort of stuff with Mendy anyway. Mendy takes, if Mendy wants to take it as a joke, he can take it as a joke. I saw people criticising Mendy for taking it as a joke. I'm like,
you don't know him.
Well, I'm sorry, but how many times when you're talking to your mate do you rip the piss out of them?
Yeah.
Well,
that's it. Does it matter?
I mean, we
it's
do it all
about...
the time. We're flawless.
Yeah. Does it matter whether we're on about like the color of their skin or whether like we're on about the size of their penis? At the end of the day, it's still a derogatory term towards a mate that
if Mendy's taking it as a joke, that's his choice to take something as a joke. People are, he shouldn't be taking it.
Well, plus the fact, I mean, Benjamin Mendy is obviously strong-willed enough to not let these words hurt him. Like I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right that people, that like people that have racist abuse should just man up and.
Oh no.
I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is
there's a difference
ultimately
between
at the end
abuse,
of the day,
and there's a difference between racial abuse and two mates joking to each other.
Yeah, regardless of what it would be. At the end of the day, it is just.
But in my eyes, it's something that should have never been on social media. He never put it on social media. Privately, yeah, you can send it all you want. But yeah, social media is not like that.
Has the stream gone funny or something?
Oh, have they found your legitimate stream?
No, I'm not on about that.
Oh, our stream. It looks alright to me.
I've just had it on my side, on my chat side. It just flashed at me, and now I've telling me that there's no viewers or anything.
It's for what's it call it? YouTube's working.
Oh no, I'm on
or
about
is it Twitch?
Yeah.
It looks alright on my phone. I've got them both up. I'll just pop a message in. I've been watching it. I did hop out for a minute.
Mine's frozen.
Oh, is it because you hopped out? Did you have it on your phone when you looked at your message?
Yeah, okay, it looks like it's back now. It keeps hopping out. Bizarre. Keeps freezing. It's very annoying. Message. Right. We digress. Yeah, so 8-0.
8-0.
Newcastle versus Brighton. Sounds like a boring game. 0-0.
Oh, it was absolutely shite.
Okay, let's move on from that.
Well, this is my second one. I very nearly put as 0-0. I just thought, maybe Brighton are going to edge it. And they were close to, but...
Yeah, my 3-1 was a bit extreme.
Goals in this? So they put an interesting thing on this. This fixture, in 7 games, I believe, has brought about 7 goals.
Really?
Yeah, Newcastle Brighton. It's something stupid like that, or however many times they've played each other in the Premier League, it's only brought out an average of 1 goal a game.
Wow.
Which they said was on, I think it was on Match of the Day when I watched it.
Wow. That's fantastic. That's not the game you want to go and see if you're a fan of either side, is it? Long way to go to see no goals.
Well, yeah, especially it's either sides of the country, isn't it?
Yeah. So Crystal Palace versus Wolves, that ended up 1-1.
Wolves saved it with a 96th minute equaliser.
Lucky gits. I knew that Palace were 1-0 up.
Diego Jota.
He's a good player, mate. I like Jota.
I liked him. He scores. Wolves had a player sent off as well.
Yeah.
I didn't. So when there's second yellows, I don't see the first challenge, but I see the yellow.
Right.
The second one, to make that tackle when you're already on a yellow card was silly.
So it was definitely deserved.
He just pulled him back. It was one of them where the guy's on the run and he just comes. Actually, he did stand on his foot as well. So it was on Zaha. Apparently he done it to Zaha twice. He fouled Zaha twice, but pulled him back when he's on the run. So he gets straight away a yellow card. And if you're already on one, it's even worse.
Looks like.
But he didn't really complain.
Looks like Rochdale are throwing strikers on, ready for the penalties. I'm really looking forward to these penalties, I've got to be honest.
Oh, Crystal Palace's goal was deflected.
6 minutes? Fuck off.
Six mind. Good left for their floors.
Yeah, he has got a sick mind, let me tell you. West Ham versus Man United. Do we want to talk about this, Jakey?
We're just scooping over the fact that I got 5 points from that game.
Oh no, not skimping over any fact, mate. Yeah, you got 5 points. I got 1, mate. Should we talk about Man United? We've just talked about them enough, I suppose, haven't you? You've already covered it pretty much, anyway, haven't you?
Second goal was a good free kick. The first one was poor defending from Young and Matic.
I remember you saying that, yeah. So obviously we've already sort of kind of discussed this.
It was. I will also say, I didn't say it, everyone, a fucking shit game. I was so bored.
Oh really?
West Ham won 2-0, but let's face it, they were crap. And Man United were worse.
I watched a bit of it, mate. I think because it was on before Arsenal, I think I was playing a little bit of Borderlands on my own.
Yeah.
And I think I had it on then, so I was like watching it, but not like fully taken.
It was an absolute it was not a good advert for the Premier League.
Wow.
I'd have preferred. Well, I nearly said I'd prefer to watch Newcastle, Brighton, but I saw the highlights on Match of the Day, and fuck me.
That was bad. No, I nearly fell asleep. Yeah.
Well, I mean the highlight. It was about 2 minutes, I think.
So next up, Arsenal versus Villa. I got to say before we go any further that Arsenal were extremely lucky to get out of this game with 3 points, in my opinion. Not only because of the scoreline, Ruddy Wolves keeper saved first pen.
As if you go into penalties, I'll have a quick look.
Not only for getting the third goal and actually winning the game, but also for the fact that Socrates managed to get away with that handball. Did you see that?
No, it didn't pop up on my highlights. I must admit.
Did it not? Mate,
what I did spot though,
controversial. I would have to agree. Put it this way, mate. If it had been given, I wouldn't have had any quarrels about it. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
maybe have a little look at it when you can, Jakey. It's one of those that like Villa fans are going mental about it, but at the end of the day, it's this Rule 12 bollocks again. You know.
Yeah.
In my opinion, though, he's actually gone out of his way to move his body towards the ball. Even though his arm's by his side, he's like moved that way. So it's kind of catch-22. But it's that Rule 12 at the end of the day, mate. Like, technically, if you want to argue the point of Rule 12, technically defenders are now allowed to use their arms to defend the ball as long as they're by their side. Really. Because it's in a natural position. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
who was it that got sent off? Maitland-Niles?
Ainsley Maitland-Niles, yeah.
I saw the second yellow.
I didn't see the first.
And,
I didn't see the second. I saw the first one.
Second one, I thought he was lucky to only get a yellow card for it.
Oh, was it that bad, was it?
I think had he not been on a yellow, he would have been sent off.
Oh, that's a penalty.
What?
It's a blatant penalty. Is there no VAR in Carabao Cup?
Probably not. Well, Rochdale won't have access to it anyway. Oh, well, Man United are at home. Probably not. I imagine they might do it later on.
Mate, the little girl has literally just pulled Pogba to the ground in the area. It is a blatant penalty. It's not been given. The game's carrying on. That's a penalty all day long. What Christ, what a save. Tell you what, Man United have actually turned up the heat now. James and a few others have come on. 2 minutes to go in this one. James hits it wide.
Maybe for Reading.
Oh, right, okay.
I can't see who's missed penalties on this.
Reading are done. James hits it wide.
I can see.
Yeah, the Arsenal game was a very good game, and to be fair, Villa were very, very good. They played very, very well. They played like they did against Spurs, where I thought they were quite hard done by not to get any points out of the game, and then I'd have to say,
Wolves have won.
the non have they won? Yeah,
4-2 and Pens.
Without being with being a non-biased football fan, I'd have to say that I think Villa have been hard done by again, not to get anything out of the game. Tell you what, this keeper is very commanding. I like this keeper that Rochdale have got. To be fair, mate, he's kept him in it. And then obviously the final game, Chelsea 1, Liverpool 2.
He's on loan from Brighton.
Oh, is he?
Robert Sanchez.
He's decent, mate. He is decent. Yeah, so Liverpool still have not been beaten and still on 100% record, which is absolutely fantastic for them. Right, let's move on to the next couple of slides so we can fly through. Okay, so this one's nice and quick anyway, so obviously I'll read out as usual, Jakey, and you say your score, I say my score. This is going to penalties, so we'll stay on for the penalties. So Sheffield United versus Liverpool.
Liverpool easy win, 4-0.
And I've gone for a 3-0. Aston Villa versus Burnley.
Should be a good game, I reckon, but 1-1.
I agree. I think it'll be a good game. Burnley obviously very hard to break down, but I've gone for a 2-1 Villa win. Bournemouth versus West Ham.
I think Bournemouth they're in their sort of all right patch of form, so I reckon they're fairly hard to beat at home, so that's why I've gone for them to win 2-1.
Say again. What did they play? Oh god. I've gone for a 2-1 win to West Ham. Both teams are in form, like you say. I mean, this literally could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out to be a 2-2 draw or something stupid. Chelsea versus Brighton.
I have gone for an easy Chelsea 3-0 win.
And I've gone for a 2-0 Chelsea win. Crystal Palace versus Norwich.
1-1.
I've also gone for a 1-1. Tottenham versus Southampton.
I have gone Tottenham to squeeze it 2-1.
I've also gone for Tottenham to squeeze it, but I've gone for a 1-0. Wolves versus Watford.
I must admit, I put 3-1. I reckon this could still be a draw, but I reckon Wolves should win this one, especially after Watford's last game. So 3-1.
I think it massively depends on what Watford team turns up at the moment by the looks of things. I've gone for a 2-0 Wolves win just because of obviously getting that absolute battering off of City, but surely they can't be as bad as that next week.
Oh, definitely not.
Surely.
Well, need to ask some questions if it were.
Yeah, so I've gone for a 2-0. I want to, for Watford's sake, I want to at least have them try. So Everton versus Manchester City.
Everton are in a bad patch. They seem to be conceding a few goals at the minute, so Man City to win 4-0.
And I've gone for a 3-0 because I also agree with you that Everton are just not good right now. Leicester versus Newcastle.
I think Leicester are one of the better teams at the moment in the Premier League. Man United still got a win over them though. But then to win 2-0 against Newcastle.
I've gone for a 2-1. And then the massive one on Monday, Manchester United versus Arsenal.
So I'll go with a bit of a superstitious pick here. Every time I've gone 1-0 for Man United, they've won this season.
Oh, right.
And every time I've predicted Man United to win, they've lost or drawn. So I'm going with a 1-0. Get that win.
And I've gone for a goal fest because both teams are shit at the back. So I've gone for a Arsenal 3-2, but I've got to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Man United 3-2. I think that both teams are going to get goals and it could go either way. It could even be a 3-3. But I think there'll be plenty of goals. There usually is. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that goes for next week. Okay, next up, Fantasy League. So a massive 280 points I've got so far. I think I had something daft like 26 points sat on my bench this week. I'm just
That's
not
funny because you only got 26 points in total.
I got 29 in total.
Was it? I know all the guys you had on your bench scored or something.
Yeah, Madison
to be fair,
scored.
I had Lundstrom on my bench. He got me a good few points.
I think Madison
got an assist.
scored, and
Madison was on the bench.
yeah,
Dunk
Madison
got
was
a
on the
clean
bench.
sheet. He was on the bench.
Yeah, he He didn't have many
Who else
points
was
though. I
there?
think he only had like 2 points or something like that.
I think he would have had 6. I think Dunk did.
I can't remember. But yeah, it was a bit of a doomer to be fair.
Lucky you had Patrizio as your second choice because Lloris didn't play.
Yeah, I found that very odd actually, mate. I was really surprised at that.
What? Do you want to know why?
No.
Who was
Yeah,
actually
I do want to know why.
reason?
Huh?
His wife was giving birth.
Oh, I wondered what it was because it's really odd for Lloris not to be playing. You know, like I thought it was bizarre. Yeah. So I had obviously I've had.
You had Madison and Mount on the bench, didn't you?
No, see, the problem is, mate, is obviously I put Mount into the team, and then repicked my team. Well, when I repicked my team, Mount, yeah, mate, Mount wasn't in it.
Confirm it.
Yeah, and I didn't confirm. Madison was actually in, and Mount wasn't. So I did actually lose out on the 12 points that Madison scored or whatever it was, purely because I thought he was in. So that's my fault. I messed up there, to be fair.
To be fair, I've not confirmed it a couple of times and then realised I didn't confirm it.
Yeah, so obviously the team that I put up when we done the slides was on the Tuesday. Well, I noticed it when I sent the slide over to you, but obviously just used the slide anyway. Went back and sorted it out.
Oh, that's what... Yeah, so you had McGinn and Madison on the bench. They both got you 10 points, and Dunk was on 6 points.
Yeah. Nightmare, mate.
So we're literally Aubameyang was the only person to get you any sort of points.
Yeah, mate. Everyone else just got me the standard 2, really. Rochdale's just about to take their first penalty. Man United scored there first. Oh, what a penalty that is. Yeah, 1-1. 1-1 in penalties. Yeah, so, you know, it was a little bit of my fault, and obviously some of it wasn't really my fault. It was an accidental not confirming. Like, I did mean to play Madison over Mount purely because of the fact that Mount was playing Liverpool, so I kind of gathered that he wouldn't get much points. So when I actually saw that, like, Mount was still left in my squad, left to play against Chelsea, Liverpool, I was like, you are kidding me. So obviously by that point it was too late. I couldn't do anything about it. Just had to put up with it. So that's a great penalty there from Andreas. Who's that? Pereira, yeah.
Pereira, yeah. Andreas Pereira. He's good set piece taker.
Yeah, he scored. Easy peasy. Yeah. So that's dropped me down to 5th. But to be fair, mate, those extra 10 points or whatever it was wouldn't have done fuck all anyway. I'd probably still be in 5th anyway. So. Yeah, I'm just hoping I have a good week and you guys flop a bit this week because
I have made one change to mine. It was mainly on the bench, and Harry Wilson I put on the bench.
He's missed.
For
saved it.
Is that Rochdale?
Yeah, Rochdale have missed.
Yeah, I put Harry Wilson on the bench instead of Dendoncker.
Harry Wilson on the bench instead of Dendoncker.
Harry Wilson picked up a few goals. So
Harry Wilson's decent, mate.
Yeah, I had after I swapped Rashford for Abraham. What a good idea that was, considering the price difference. I had like 1.9 million, so I was like, I can actually get a decent centre midfielder with some money.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, mate. Abraham's a decent little buy at the moment. I mean, I think he's going to carry on scoring as well. I reckon Fred's going to miss this. Oh no, he ain't. Easy. I thought he was going to miss that then, mate. It's just his run up just didn't look confident enough.
Why didn't you give me the penalties? I don't care about the competition, but
he's just said he's put Harry Wilson in for Dendoncker. Look at Monkey. Look at Monkey trying to get info from you, Jakey. Just be careful what you tell him, mate.
Well, I mean, it's on the screen.
Yeah, but you might want to start like giving me a duff screen.
I have sold Kane and bought in this weird guy from Arsenal called Nketiah. He's actually on loan to Leeds, so he's not going to get any points, but I think it's a good idea to get him in.
Very well, mate.
Just for you, Flawless. Just for some information.
You reckon Nketiah is going to get those points? Flawless. You might want to get Nketiah, mate.
Yeah. I mean, he scored loads for Leeds, so if championship points count, maybe.
Looks like Rochdale scored their third. I'd missed that one. Greenwood's about to take his now. He's missed all night, so don't be surprised if he doesn't score this.
I can't see who scored the penalties. It's a bit annoying.
Oh, no, he scored the goal, didn't he, in the end? Easy penalty, that. Easy penalty. Greenwood scored.
Mine's not kept up too much. Jimmy Keohan played for Exeter. Sorry. He's the guy that missed for Rochdale.
Oh, is he? Oh, mate, it was a
He played for
terror.
Exeter City.
Face cam was blocking it.
Your face cam's blocking Harry Wilson.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Just.
Yeah, but you did say it, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yeah, I did say it. I did say it out loud. I said
Don't
that's the only
give me that.
chance.
Don't give me that. I know he's trying to find out information.
He just wants to. Yeah, we know your game.
Yeah, we told Jakey about your fucking games, buddy. Right, so it's down to this penalty then. So Man United, if they score this, they've scored all 5, and we'll go through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Dooley's that pissed off. He's already taken his vest off, so I presume he thinks James is going to score this. James is the penalty taker, by the way, everyone. While we're saying this, we might as well move on to the fantasy table. Oh, Monkey's listening to the game, so he's probably hearing it before I...
Yeah, he scored.
Oh, mate, he's so close to saving that. It's unreal. Oh, my God.
This is the bit Flawless has been waiting for all night.
Mate, literally, right? I don't know if you can see my camera, Jakey, but we're talking like hand and ball. Like, it was so close. If he hadn't made a step to his right first, he'd have saved that.
Just waiting for it. Oh, yeah, there's your hand. There's the ball.
Mate, honestly...
It was a bit close then, wasn't it?
Well, he went right and then realised that James was going the opposite way. And I reckon if he hadn't stepped right first, he saves it. Because it wasn't the best penalty, let me tell you. Very, very close. But yeah, that's Man United through. Well done, Man United. You beat Rochdale, finally.
Yeah!
So you've got 3 wins. 4 wins now this season, guys. Congratulations. So that's Leicester, Chelsea, Astana, and Rochdale. Well done,
Technically,
Manchester
that counts
United.
as a draw.
Which one?
It counts as a draw because it was penalties.
Oh shit, yeah, it does. So yeah, you can't even beat Rochdale.
Let's face it, it didn't matter if we went out. So I more wanted Man United to win because I get bored of all the same articles. Hey, look at you with the Tottenham. Oh look, Tottenham got knocked out to who was it?
Monkey's like, yes, lads, great result. Yeah,
hey, it was a clean sheet.
Yeah, fair one.
Only kept 2 of them this season. 3 of them.
Jakey, do you want to take that back?
What?
The little girl scored.
Oh yeah, shit. I thought it was 0-0.
Oh. So yeah,
maybe
we won't be very good at talk alongs.
Hey, every game, every game Man United kept a clean sheet this season. They've won.
That's very good, Jakey. So what you're saying is they haven't drawn 0-0 yet this season.
Well, every game that they've kept a clean sheet, they've won. If they've conceded, they haven't won.
Well, there you go. Jakey's got his stats out. Yeah, so the overall table. Jakey, did you gain any points on Jago? No, oh, no, you didn't.
Well, you can see it. I lost 12 on him.
Still only 20 points though, mate. That's nothing. As you've seen from my... Last week I had 70 points, mate. I think for the last 2 weeks running, I've had the top score in our league. And then I go and get a 29.
Well, this week, so it's all fine.
Yeah, 29.
Sort it out.
Easily 29.
Flat space is catching you now.
Well, don't be hasty, Jakey.
Hey, every time we've lost, we've conceded twice.
So if we concede goals, fun fact, we lose. Well, there you go.
Man United have scored every game they played this season.
I hope we get an early goal then on the weekend.
Hey,
Monday.
Man United scored twice. They've lost it. They've lost every game they've scored twice.
Okay, so Monkey's moved up and Claire's moved up. So basically, Monkey and Claire have taken my 3rd position because of how much of a doomer I've had. So I'm 3 points off Claire, and quite a few off Monkey.
Yeah, 25.
25 in it. I can't see me getting that back. I think it's going to take a couple of weeks if I think I'm going to get 3rd again for a while. So I need a couple of weeks where I've got the top score again, and maybe then I'll actually get back up into 3rd. But hey, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? I've got a plan in place at the moment anyway. So
plan.
Yeah, planning ahead, and
You're just gonna like copy what Flawless does.
No, I'm literally just going to tell him that I'm doing something completely different to what I'm actually doing.
So say getting the key to in. What else do you reckon?
Do you know, it's funny you got Harry Wilson in actually, mate, because Harry Wilson's been someone I've been looking at for quite a few times this season.
I was looking at him, but I couldn't afford him, so I didn't get it. But then I realised I got this extra money from getting rid of changing Rashford for Abraham. I'm like, well, I got a bit extra money. I can get myself in a cheeky Harry Wilson. He's a good player to bring on the weeks where some of your better players are playing harder teams.
Yeah. I've looked at him a couple of times, to be fair, mate. But yeah, he's a good shout, mate. He's definitely a good shout. Better than Dendoncker, anyway.
Yeah, well, Dendoncker was just there to get the 2 points. That's basically all he's there for.
So yeah, the league hasn't really, apart from my Doomer and dropping quite a lot of points on Claire and
position.
Yeah, it's the only position change. Yeah.
Everyone else is stable doer.
Yeah. I think it'll put. I would say after this week it'll be pretty much like that as well.
Yeah, hopefully I can get a few more. Pookie gets himself a goal. So I bring Mane in, put him as a captain, gets me 2 points, well 4 points overall because his extra captain. It's like,
yeah, but they were playing Chelsea.
Yeah, well, if I kept Salah, I would have got extra because he got the assist on Alexander-Arnold's free kick.
Yeah, because then he back heeled it or something.
He back heeled it, yeah. Still counts.
Still counts.
Got the assist on there. That's extra point.
I think assists also count for people that get penalties, don't they?
I don't know.
I think they used to. I don't know what they do anymore. Right, so that's it for this week. What's the time? 10:15. Blimey. We must have dragged that Man United bit out for a long while.
We were going on for that for about an hour.
Wow. Fair enough.
That's why I started out because he's dropped. Yeah, he started not getting as many points.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything for the last 2 weeks.
Last week he was on the bench the whole game. He didn't get a single point.
Really?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, mate,
they're not going to bring him on when they're 8-0 up, are they?
Well, the thing is, yo, how's it going, Wayno? Welcome to the stream, bro. The thing is, mate, is what you got to remember is they've now got the Champions League. So Man City are going to rotate their squad quite a bit now.
Oh, yeah,
because they've got so much depth. I would say that they're going to rotate their squad quite a fair amount. So that might be why they're see Sterling this week. But then there's no.
He was on the bench. I think it was more they wanted to play Bernardo Silva this time.
Yeah, because there's no Champions League this week, so that kind of eradicates my fucking theory straight out the window. I don't know if any of you noticed as well, but I changed like the color of the background this week. I decided to go.
I saw the 2 colours.
Well, I decided to go with football shirts. So this week I decided to go with West Ham. There's no reason behind it, but so I was thinking like every week I'll change the colour of the background to like a football shirt if I can. That would be pretty cool. Instead of just a block colour. You get me, bud?
Yeah.
What's that?
I get it. No.
You're thinking then? Careful.
It was dangerous. Well, I was just reading what Wayne had put in. Who do you want in the last 16? So I was just trying to figure out.
Who do you want in the last 16?
The last 16.
He must be on about the Carabao Cup.
It's more than 16. Is it?
Got to be in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it is 16. Let's face it, it's the Carabao Cup.
When's the draw? When's the draw?
I would assume it'd be in the next couple of days. The teams that went through are Watford, Man City, Southampton, Leicester, Everton, Crawley, Arsenal, Colchester, Oxford, Liverpool, Sunderland, Villa, Burton, Chelsea, Wolves, and Man United.
I'll take any of them, to be honest. It doesn't really bother me.
I say it's the Carabao. It's not really it's not really important in any sort of way anyway.
Yeah, I'll take anyone.
If Man United win, I'll be like, yeah, all right.
We'll get fucking nice. City, you watch. You want to focus on Champions League anyway, though, right?
Well, Liverpool want to focus on the Premier League, so they actually win it.
Yeah. Well, even so, I don't know. I think you'd be alright, Wayno. If you want to win.
I was gonna say, if you get knocked out to City, it's the Carabao Cup. So,
Yeah, it makes no difference. Right, anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. I shall catch you next time. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for watching. It's much appreciated. And hopefully I will... Oh, no. It's a 24-hour stream, isn't it, tomorrow? So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. So, if you want to see me stream for 24 hours, that's going to start tomorrow.
what time are you starting?
Mate, I was going to have, like, a nap to try and, like, regenerate my batteries. Because, obviously, I'm going to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go work tomorrow. So, I was thinking, oh, shall I have a nap and start at, like, 10? But then I was thinking, well, what the fuck's the point in that? I can just go to bed 2 hours earlier if I just start at 8.
I think you should start at 10.
Why?
Why? So then you'll be still going at 10 o'clock on the Friday, and I can come in and take the piss out of you.
I see. That's not what I want.
Well, it is though, isn't it? That's what I want. I don't care what you want.
Look. What's going on here? He's making something. Babe? What are you doing? Oh, I wonder what the hell you were doing now. She's cooking? I'm sure she's added something to it already. There you go, she's cooking pasta. Yeah, so 24-hour stream tomorrow. Gonna be interesting. Right, anyway, I shall catch y'all later. Have a good one, stream. Have a good one.